Hi guys, Ryan Jeff here. In this video we will continue our Hotwire tutorial or series or journey, how you gonna call it. It's fine, and sorry to the sound because my dog is snoring at the back end of my how do you call it, chair. So yeah, what we're gonna do here is, since we are done on the search functionality that we do it last time or last week, now I want to refactor this one. So before we learn that the how do you call it, the broadcasting of Hotwire, you have a create when you're creating a record, you have a update also, and you have a destroy, which is pretty nice. It is working properly, but however we would like to kind of customize it and to make it only one line code. So as a new developer or new in Hotwire, you can do that. So to make it easy, so last time we learned, okay, we know how to create, update, destroy. So what we're gonna do is to leave it, change, and remove some other code that, yeah, to make a small code and to make more understandable. So yeah, let's dive deep in. So I'm commenting this one for the meantime, and then I have here the documentations of the Hotwire, which is I'm digging or looking sometimes. So what you can do here is, if you're gonna go to Ruby doc and then the Hotwire, so you can see here in the lower part, which is the class methods, which is you can use a broadcast, and then message, which is you can use a, let's say, project, and then you have here a message. If you have, let's say, current message, then current user or current account, you can do this in here, and then plural of, let's say, project, so you have a message, and then what kind of prepend or append you can use in here. So we're gonna use this one as our method, or how do you call it, refactoring of our code. So I'm gonna copy paste this one and then go here, and then instead of I have a 3 line of code, so I can only use 1 line of code. So if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna use here like a project, and then based on documentations, and then since I'm using lambda and I don't have any define a current user or current account, for example, I can just remove this one, and then what I'm gonna call it is a projects. So it will broadcast to the projects that I have inside the, how do you call it, if you will go here, index, if you go here to turbo stream then you have a project that targeting. So in the future, after, yeah, we can add some other security layer in our Hotwire that we can add here like a current account or something like that. So it will read the current account instead of everyone can access on the projects, and yeah, you can have some vulnerabilities. So I think this is what it is. I mean, this is what we can just customize from this one. So you can see you only have 1 line of code instead of 3 line of codes. So that is pretty nice. And then I will go here to the project. And then in the project, I have here, or what we have last time, if you follow me in this project tutorial, and I have here turbo stream that replace. What we can do is remove this one. Instead of using replace, I think we can use append or prepend. So, and then what else? So we can remove this one, and then I'm just gonna comment for the meantime so we can debug easily. Then I will add here, create that turbo stream, yeah, HTML.exe. Yeah, if not mistaken, that's how you define the turbo stream. And what else? What else on that one? Yeah, we're gonna add a how do you call it, turbo stream, and then we're gonna use prepend, so it will prepend inside the projects. So instead of and then I will add here projects, and then I will say add project, and then what else? So the problem here is when we create a project, so it will prepend on the project itself, and however we need to add also that the empty, how do you call it, empty value, how do you say that in a technical term, that when you submit a form in here, it will be reset back to empty. So let me close this one. So what I'm gonna do here is to add a, how do you call it, turbo stream that update. Then we will update the project that new to empty stream. So that, I think that was it. Yeah. And then what else? Sorry. Oh, I'll close this one. So I have multiple screen in here. So I have a create turbo stream. I think that was it for creating. And then we have here, so we can render. So yeah, I think that was it. Yeah. So if I will do here project 3 test project, and then I will add here 2014, then I will create. So yeah, that's project 3 test project. So yeah, so that was it. That's for the create. That's kind of super fast. What else? So I can remove now this one. So instead of I organize in the view, that the hardware is only in the view side instead of the more on the controller. So that's the good thing also in the hardware. And then we need to add also in the update, because we have here in the update, I think we can use again the update in here on the projects folder, and then I will create another file here, and then I will call update turbo stream. I would like you to stream html.erv, and then I think we need to add turbo stream, and then I will say I kind of forgot, is that update? Let me check on my, yeah, that is, let me see here, is that replace or where is that? Stream helper, kind of forgot where's the documentation for that, but if not mistaken we can use the replace, because we use here replace, yeah, and I think we can use replace in here. So here what we can do, so we are done on the here in the project.rb in the model. So I think I need to clean now on this one. I can remove that one, and update, yeah. So we can use here replace, and then what is that, add project. So we can replace, and then yeah, we can the current situation is when we edit, and then during the edit you have the parameter, let's say id1 of the project, and then what's gonna happen is when I update, then it will replace, and then it will, yeah, just, how do you call it, append to the specific project or id1. So let's see if that's gonna work. I'm gonna refresh in here. Do we already change the update? Yeah. So I think this is wrong. It must be rendered to edit again, and then to the edit, because we are from the edit side, and then when you update goes in here, and then I will add some other validations in here, process entity. So what you can do also is you don't need to have a format in here. You can just use a response do on this part, and then on this part you can just say render edit status. And then in the future we can add some notifications. So here I'm gonna refresh, and then what I forgot is we need to add a branch in this project for refactoring. So I think that was it. And then once I refresh, so let's say refresh that one, we can do a project 3, and we can say to project 3 is update, yeah, and then it's working. So what else? I think we already have the delete, destroy. Oh, we don't have. So we can add here, I think this, how you call it, destroy HTML that turbo stream.html.erb. So I have here in the controller, which is destroy, so I don't have a destroy. Do I have a destroy in here? I think we can yeah, we need to add here the turbo stream that remove. So we're gonna remove the project. And what else? That's a funny thing, we didn't add a turbo streaming in the project controller, but it's still working, which is it's really nice, but I think that is wrong unless add project. So I'm gonna add here a empty state that last time we didn't add, I think. Yeah, because you need to have a empty state. So I'm gonna add some other validations in here. Exist, I think you can use exist. Yeah, and then and then I will say here, let's say what we add last time in the empty state. I think we don't need to add that one, it's just only replace. Okay, let me do this for the meantime, and then I will refresh this one, I think, and then I will delete this one, for example. And let's see if it is streaming properly. So here we have a network, and then when we say, hey, I would like to delete this one, so stimulus loading, yeah, I think that was, let me go to my terminal so we can see. So we can see here that is streaming to Hotwire reload. Yeah, so what happened here is we deleted, yeah, so we render, and it's double render, but we can do that next time. So WebSocket, so yeah, this the delete side, so it lead and it's commit, and then it broadcasts as a remove actions that we added to the destroy that turbo stream, and then it removed the project too, and then yeah, I think that's working, and then go back to the projects, which is the index, and then yeah, that's good. And then I'm gonna go here and I will refresh, so everything is working. So again, just to recap, in our refactoring, we added onto the project, we added only one single line instead of we have 3 lines of code. So we use lambda and use a broadcast tool based on the documentations in here. And then next is we go to the project, and then we look, okay, what happening on this create. So we remove on the turbo in here instead of using, I think, replace of append, I kind of forgot. And then we remove that one, so because we don't need response to format for the meantime, but in the future we need that for our notifications. And yeah, and then we will, yeah, we remove also this one for the update, so we don't need that one, because what we did is we align to the view because it's more cleaner. So if you will go here, so we added a create turbo stream, then I added the projects, which is I will use the prepend action, and then I call the project variable, and then we have the empty of the project that new, and then we have an update, we use replace, and then we call it the project variable again. And then on destroy, we just use remove of the project, and then it will stream there. And then I think that was it. That's a pretty nice, because it's very clean and very understandable, instead you have a bunch of code everywhere. So think of it, you only have in the model and you have only in the view for the Hotwire. So it's very clean and it's good. And yeah, I think that was it. I hope you enjoy and you learn about my journey in our Hotwire. and see you in the next video, and thank you for watching.